Let's get to our chief meteorologist, Mike Everett, joining us now with more on those wildfires and the smoke. Mike.
Yeah. Hi there. You know, we almost had a perfect day today. Temperatures in the upper 70s, even here in Seattle, but that haze really kind of putting a little bit of a flavor on it, especially during sunset tonight. But despite that, during sunset, which was at 7:13 tonight, by the way, yeah, you could still see Mount Rainier, but there was definitely a layer of that wildfire smoke out there. That's actually going to increase over the next couple of days because of this right here. See that? Northeasterly flow. Yeah, we're going to be tracking some flow that'll be coming in from the east for a couple of days, and that's going to slightly lower humidity. In fact, humidity is usually much higher at this time of day. Temperature is usually much lower too, currently in the mid 60s. So let's look at that wind profile because there's a couple things to unpack here. First of all, we've got a high pressure that's building over top of British Columbia right now. So the clockwise flow is actually creating a little bit of Fraser outflow. That's something that we'll normally talk about in the winter time, but that is going to keep winds northerly overnight tonight and through the day tomorrow. But you also notice it's got an easterly flow to it. Yes, it'll be coming in kind of offshore, and that's what's going to keep that humidity low and actually slightly raise fire dangers. I've been keeping a close eye on it. So far, no red flag warnings posted because, well, it's going to be kind of temporary. In fact, by the time we get to about the dinner hour on Wednesday, we'll start to see that flow coming decidedly back onshore again, including across eastern Washington. So it doesn't look like it's going to be a prolonged event. But what it will do is kind of move that smoke around a little bit. So northerly flow, normally good for us. In fact, you notice as we take a look at the forecast models here, it pushes a lot of that smoke way down south. But with the new fires that we've got, especially at Goat Rocks and the Bolt Creek fire, we're going to continue to see some of that smoke push over top of the mountains there. So you notice some of that haze today, and that may actually increase tomorrow, get slightly worse before it starts to get better. And you notice that it's really just a concentrated kind of thing. So this is mostly King County and Snohomish counties. We'll also see some of that smoke way down towards the what would that be, the southwestern portion of the state there. And we still have active wildfires off towards the east too, but as we've been marveling, things have been dramatically improving over top of northern Idaho. Take a look at this. So the air quality forecast, despite the fact that we will have some haze out there, most of that will stay in the mid levels of the atmosphere. So lots of green dots and things definitely moving in the right direction. Speaking of moving in the right direction, that low pressure system continues to sit off the coast of California, brings beneficial moisture to our friends to the south, including Northern California, Oregon, Idaho, Utah. Everybody who's been under some form of drought is about to get a nice drink of water. In fact, a nice flow of moisture will come up as we go into the second half of the week here. Our next weather maker will move in late Thursday into Friday, making the first day of fall feel cool and wet. Overnight temperatures are going to be cool tonight as well. Many people telling me they had to reach for the flannel and the puffer for the first time in a good long while, but afternoon temperatures will warm nicely for the waning hours of summer. Going to be somewhere in between on the equinox, and then Friday, the first full day of fall. It's going to feel cool and wet out there, but we make a nice recovery this coming weekend.